Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Libra. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for existing. Thank you so much for creating the Libra season, where we can all focus about relationships and try to work things out and be better and not be bitter. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So happy birthday. I wish you all the best, dear Libra. Now, today I'm going to be doing your reading from October 6th to the 12th. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice for you. First and foremost, dear Libra, I want to thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you and being in your birthday season. I feel quite well. I actually feel amazing. Hope that you are feeling amazing as well. And this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Let's get into your reading and see what's going on, dear Libra. How's your birthday going on? How's everything? And I mean everything. Okay, so your challenge, dear Libra, is the Eight of Swords from October 6th to the 12th. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Strength card, followed by the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. So right out of the right out of the bed, I feel like that you might be dealing with a Leo here, okay? Strong Leo energy, Cancer energy, Sagittarius, could be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So there is something here that you really have not been able to see clearly, okay? You want to see beyond the veil. You want to see the truth. You want to see the reality of this connection. Why is this person in your life? Where is this going? If you both are actually ever going to move towards marriage or not, and commitment or not. We're going to talk about this shortly when we clarify it. Now, in the recent past, dear Libra, you have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So I feel like that in the recent past, you seem to have been very much stressed out with this person. The reason why is because there was a lot of breadcrumbing going on, inconsistency. Why am I? Hold on. I just actually had something really spicy. Now what you think? It's a different spicy thing that I just ate. Inconsistency. Someone was not being very consistent with you in the past, and this definitely caused you to feel a lot of stress. We're going to talk about this shortly. Now, in the present moment, you have the Knight of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So in the present moment, you're aware that you're dealing with someone that maybe this person might be kind of like turning their back on marriage or commitment here, right? Could be either I think it's the Knight of Cups, energy. Someone that's just kind of like really feeling overwhelmed whenever there is a conversation about commitment or marriage. Whatever this might be, we're going to talk about this shortly. Now, in the near future, you have the Hermit, the Five of Wands, and the Moon. So in the near future, there is an unfinished business, unfinished conversation, and a beef. A lot of the readings that I've been doing today actually seems like there is a lot of beefing coming up. I think it's because also Libra season is about justice and karma. So people are trying to find the truth and the balance and the forgiveness, in the conflicts that they had before. So a lot of unresolved issues are coming to the surface, resurfacing, and allowing people to really take a look at them and heal things and move forward, right? So something here is going to be closed off, resolved, I would say resolved, and you're going to gain clarity. You seem to have some sort of an anxiety, okay, with the Moon card here surrounding these relationships, this connection. There is a lot of fear. We're going to talk about this shortly. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Strength, there is the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like that you're going to address something here. You're going to be very clear-cut, very specific with this person in terms of the direction you want to move forward with them. How you want to make things work, which direction you want to move forward. You could be living in a long distance situation here, and you could be wanting to really address this person to move in with you, or if they want to solve the relationship, they have to commit. Okay, it's just like one or the other. So let's get into your reading and let's clarify. Eight of Swords. What is going on with my Libras? You know what I'm saying? Like the Libra, the Eight of Swords here is really It's about you wanting to be able to see the truth, to see ahead of you, to see beyond the veil of illusion. So the Eight of Swords here is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like that in the present moment, what you're truly wanting to understand is even if this person was to be with you and you were to actually create a dynamic where there is efforts being put, right, into this connection, are you going to be the only one that's going to put all the efforts, or is this person also going to be involved in it or not? I think this is someone that you have been on and off with in the past. There was a lot of hot and cold dynamic, and you basically do not want to settle for breadcrumbs like you did in the past. Maybe some of you felt like that was it. But I mean, in the past, you also have the Six of Pentacles again. So it's kind of like sometimes this card portrays equal give and take energy. Sometimes it talks about lack of exchange, lack of give and take exchange energy, breadcrumbing. This is the reason why you were stressed out in the past. So your challenge here with the Eight of Swords is you don't really have that much clarity yet and answers that you are seeking in terms of this connection. Where is this going to go? Is this really solid? Is this something that you can trust? I think you actually know what to say to this person. You are the Page of Swords. Page of Swords represents air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you have these bullet points in your mind. You have these ideas and the topics you would want to discuss with this person in regards to the direction of this relationship, where you would really want it to move forward to. There is a lot of things that you want to address with this person before you even move forward, okay? Because I think a lot of you are just tired of the uncertainty, of the silence, and the inconsistency when it comes to this person. So let's talk about the Nine of Swords in the recent past. I'm going to talk about the past real quick and then move forward because, we already talked about this. So you already know what happened in the past. Let me clarify the Nine of Swords, Libra. Libroski, tough cookie. My tough cookies, Libra. So the Nine of Swords, Libra, is clarified by the Strength, Leo energy, the Hermit, Virgo, Scorpio. A lot of major arcana cards here. I think I'm going to say this, not going to resonate with everyone. Many of you went through some sort of a traumatic experience with this relationship, and it awakened you to your spirituality. It awakened you to get closer to God, to the force, to the source, to the universe. There was a major metamorphosis. The Death card here talks about a rebirth. If you're thinking that maybe you had many rebirths in your life, I think because of this relationship, you had another rebirth. You had a different kind of a metamorphosis, and it's all embodied by this Hermit energy here, right? So the Hermit talks about your spirituality, your quest on the meaning of this relationship, and some of you were dealing with the Leo. You were really trying to understand this person. If you were dealing with a Leo or someone who embodies Leo energy. The Hermit is holding the lantern, right, and trying to really shed light and understand why was this person being the way that they were being. Something ended. The chemistry just wasn't there anymore, and it really made you feel very much stressed out. So the Six of Pentacles in the recent past, Libra, breadcrumbs, not enough attention, not enough care, kind of like treating you not properly in the recent past, right? It's like you felt like for some of you, maybe you had to beg for this person's attention. You had to beg for them to do things with you, for you, so many things. The Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess. When you look at the two queens, could be a same-sex situation. If it's not your story, it's not your story. I have a big audience and I have people from all walks of life, so take whatever resonates. So when you look at their backs turn against each other, right? It means that both of you stopped talking to each other. Maybe you were still living with each other, but there was not enough communication and there was a separation. A lot of you had big questions above your head. You are the Queen of Swords and a King of Swords in the past. It talks about you addressing something. The High Priestess, is very mysterious. You have big question marks above your head in regards to this relationship and to this person and their place in your life. Many of you wanted to recommit to this person. Many of you wanted to really solidify and strengthen the marriage or the connection with this individual. The Hierophant here in the recent past is clarified by the Fool, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Not gonna, oh my gosh. It's insane. A lot of you were really trying and fighting for having a brand new beginning with this person, right? The Fool here talks about a brand new beginning. Seven of Wands, the fight, the challenges, the efforts that you really put into and went through, but then you still just couldn't see clearly. It's the same thing as your challenge here with the Eight of Swords, and it's showing up in the recent past as well with this person, where you just could not clearly see in front of you, where was this going? Where was this connection going? Like, why did it happen the way that it happened? So let's talk about the Knight of Swords here for you in the present moment. I feel like in the present moment, right now, you would really want to have a conversation with this person face to face and address certain things face to face. You really are craving for that dynamic communication to take place. You want to know if this is something that's over or not, if you should wait for this person, if you should really anticipate any kind of changes happening or not. So the World, the Seven of Cups, and the Chariot could be dealing with the Cancer. I'm getting here Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, water energy. Nonetheless, I feel like for many of you, you really want to know. It's very clear. The juxtaposition of these three cards right here is literally telling me the story of you're ready, you're more than ready to really talk to this person and take action. Because I feel like for many of you, you kind of have been losing your sense of purpose and your sense of direction in terms of when it comes to relationships and this person and just dealing with a lot of things in your life. I think you have had a very tough last 6 years. I'm getting 6 to 7 years have been very, very tough for you. And I'm sending you a big hug, dear Libra. I'm picking up on some people's energy. They've been really purging things out. You might have been going through an identity crisis. You might have been going through a lot of questions in regards to the meaning of life and everything. It gets better. Trust me, it gets better. You're going to be just fine. I feel like for many of you in the present moment, you're trying to understand. The Seven of Cups is talking about confusions. Is this over? Should you move forward or should you not? Should you move on with the Chariot, or should you still hold on to see if this person is actually making up their mind with the Seven of Cups or not, right? Makes very clear sense. So Libra, let's talk about the Four of Wands in the present moment, which is indicating your focus right now is on family. It's on marriage. It's on these, the values and the morals of a family, right? So the Four of Wands is clarified by the Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. A lot of you are between worlds. Your one foot is kind of on the dock, the other foot is on the boat. Is what you're really contemplating in the present moment is, should you walk away, disconnect, divorce, let go, or not? There is a lot of passion between you and this person. That is undeniable. But a lot of you you may be married to this person, or there is something that binds you and them together. Let's talk about the Knight of Cups here in the present moment for you. So the Knight of Cups, before I pull the cards, you know what this means for me? You learning to pour into your cup. Then also I'm getting curious, somebody here is quitting drinking or drinking habits. But this is about more so you learning to fill into your cup, clarified by the Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Six of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Something really major is changing in your life, like a big event. This is a turning point for you. Some of you are really making a very important decision for the next 90 days, especially. I don't know why that actually came up to my mind. It's 5:28 on the clock for me right now. So I feel like, dear Libra, your decision here has to do a lot with you building something for yourself, focusing on yourself, and really pouring into you. That's the only way that you're going to come out of this situation with a lot of clarity, because when you focus on yourself and you pull your energy back to yourself, you're no longer chasing this person. You're no longer wanting to put your attention into, where is this person? Are they coming back? If they come back, then I'll be happy. You know what I mean? Like, you're basically creating your own happiness from within yourself. I hope this, oh my gosh. I hope my audio has been fine. I have to double check. I didn't notice that this was flipped. Whatever. I cannot redo the reading again. So hopefully the audio was fine until then. Now, for many of you, I feel like that you're really learning to pour into yourself, pour into what matters to you, what matters for you, what is the important step you need to take. The Hermit here in the near future is talking about you almost like finalizing a decision. Should you wait for this person or not? Something is coming into illumination for you. Right? The Hermit is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. A lot of you are going to realize that, I'm going to do me. I'm going to travel. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to do what's best for me. You know, I'm going to say this. You need to get out. You need to get out of your comfort zone, of your room, of your house. You need to start going to places and enjoying your beautiful self. There is something about you constantly reminiscing about the past, Libra. You're an air sign. Overthinking, overthinking, overthinking. You might consider yourself to be a hopeless romantic. We need to change what we claim about ourselves, right? You're not hopeless, you're hopeful. The way that we talk about ourselves is very significant, and our subconscious mind is listening to that. So, you know, there is a lot of internal voices, internal conflicts, unfinished business with this person that you really want to put an end to. Cultural differences, multiple people involved in this situation, family dynamics, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, Five of Wands again, and the Five of Pentacles. I mean, this is literally insane how much in sync your reading is actually. So the Five of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So for many of you, I strongly feel like here that there is a conflict here that's going to be resolved regards to money, stability, and someone here is also learning how to overcome their abandonment wounds and their abandonment issues. Someone here has had abandonment issues, okay, deep down ever since they were a little. So that's something, or maybe they were abandoned and betrayed in their previous relationship. So I see here moving forward, you're going to have a lot of vivid dreams and visions about this person. Could be dealing with the Leo. You have the Sun card here showing up again. So the Sun and then the Moon. That talks about, right, that's the Moon I'm going to clarify. So it's the duality of this relationship. It's the kind of a love and hate connection that you have with this person. So let's talk about the Moon. Let's clarify the Moon. The Moon is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Magician. Whatever you are setting your intention into and whatever you are manifesting, I think you're going to manifest. At the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is it's going to work out much better than you expected. I think it's a journey that both of you have been going through. This is about telling the truth and not trying to tell any white lies. Just telling the truth, being honest about yourself, them being honest about themselves, and really coming into this place of that, you know, you created this dynamic. There is a strong chemistry between you and them. It wasn't built for nothing. Of course, you have free will. If you choose to walk away and to disconnect, it's something that you can do too. But I do see here this person wanting to put in the efforts into this connection and wanting to work things out with you, because you also have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is part of the challenge. And that's something that you have been really wanting to understand. It's not going to happen right away. You know, I don't sugarcoat. That's just what I'm seeing here. But it's going to happen like step by step with this person. Things are going to take a shift and a turn, and it's going to allow you to really overcome a lot of the fears and challenges, a lot of the fears, I would say, and suspicions that you have had in regards to commitment with this person. Because I believe like commitment, monogamy, you know, is very important for you, and stability also. It's very important. It's very vital. Okay, so let's talk about the advice. What is the advice for you, dear Libra? I know that it might be a little bit of a challenging and a heavy read, but I do see here things turning out to be better over time. It's just that now you got to really pour into yourself. So your advice here, you have the Ten of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Pentacles. Again, the Sun card here is showing up as well. The Empress. It's all about self-care. It's all about you putting yourself, you creating your own happiness here, right? And this is talking about your, you becoming more lighthearted. You becoming more, you know, you start celebrating life more. The moment you start to celebrate life more, Libra, you bring your beautiful smile back up again. You start really shining. You start really appreciating life and falling in love with life back again. What you're going to do, you're going to start seeing changes happening in your finances. Also, this person, almost like they're energetically, they're going to reflect back to you, to what you're embodying. Because you got to embody the version of a Libra that believes and knows that they deserve commitment. They deserve someone that's going to treat them fairly and in a very loving and kind way, right? Rather than just dwelling into the old story. Of course, everyone goes through their metamorphosis and their changes and the things they need to work on. So I think that this is just a process that you and your person are going through. It's just got to give it some time for it to, like for your reality to catch up, okay, for you. So you're going to see the truth. You're going to be able to see why certain things happened the way they happened. This is someone that's also going to be extremely honest with you as well, Libra, and open up to you. So let's see what is the important message Okay, so you have the new beginnings, and it says number 0, new beginnings. So especially in your season, of course this is allowing you to have a brand new beginning, right? Like I said, you see this person is walking on the earth, right, on the globe. So it means, like what I was saying, like coming out of the door, and she has the door locked behind her. So it's like putting the past behind you, getting out, going out there, smelling the flowers, smelling the air, and just really start celebrating. And when you do that, you're gonna come out of this rut that you have been in for some time. It's your season. The sun is in your sign. This is your great opportunity to rise and shine and to put yourself out there and embrace the blessings and the possibility of a brand new beginning that you're gonna have with this person, dear Libra. So from the bottom of my heart, wish you a happy birthday. Thank you so much for being here, dear Libra. Keep that beautiful smile back up, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.